Hello,
At
Professor
last.
Fuad.
At last.
At last, yes. Sorry about that. Don't worry. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm very unfamiliar with Instagram. I just learned it the first time when
Don't
I
worry.
talked to you.
Don't worry. Right. Professor Fuad, first of all, I'm lucky to have you for the second time. It's an
So am
honor
I.
for me. If you don't mind, if you can just share a brief about you with the audience with us now.
All right. I am, as I said, I am a professor of architecture. I've been teaching architecture for the last 32 years. And I'm currently Dean School of Architecture and Design at Brack University. I teach architecture, basically. That's what I do.
Great, great.
I graduated from Bangladesh. I have a master's degree from Newcastle and a PhD from the Architecture Association in London.
Excellent. Right. Professor Fuad, today we're going to discuss about a Safar Mosque, which is in Indonesia.
Yeah,
Okay.
Safar. Yeah.
As Safar, yes. And what's behind the name? Yani, why they named it as Safar?
Because it is by a highway. It's on the side of a highway. That's why people travel on the highway. People go to the mosque while they are traveling.
I see. And you are the technical reviewer?
Yes, I am the technical reviewer. That's right.
Good. Okay. And who's the architect?
Ridwan Kamil, same as Al-Irshad Mosque.
Oh, I see. Architect Ridwan, he designed that mosque. If you don't mind, we can go to the pictures directly just to see it for the time. Okay, so now this is a picture that's showing us the mosque. If I'm not mistaken, this is the Manara.
That's right.
And this is the highway. Is that right?
That's the highway.
Okay. The architect, he chose that shape of a building. Is there a reason?
Well, there are several reasons.
Okay.
The shape is derived from the Japanese art of paper folding, origami, right? Which is supposed to reflect the hills that are around the site. Okay? And the third thing that what the architect mentioned to me was that it gives an indication of speed. As you're traveling, it's an indication of movement.
Nice.
Movement.
Okay.
That's what he said. Yes.
Okay. Interesting. And if I'm not mistaken, when I see this glasses, this is like the Qibla direction?
That is the mihrab. Yeah, that's right.
Okay. And this is the entrance of the mosque?
That is the entrance. There is another one on the opposite side, but that's a smaller one.
I see. Okay. Now we're going to go to the other picture. This is another picture that, if I'm not mistaken, this is the mihrab, the one you were saying. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. And this is another picture for the mosque from a different perspective. Yes. So it seems it's a 2-floor. Is it a mezzanine or 2 floors?
It's a mezzanine inside. The mezzanine is for the ladies.
Okay. So now we're going to go for when we see the interior. So this is the Qibla. Is that right?
Right. That's right. It's lighted.
Okay. And this picture?
That's it. Yes, that's right.
Okay. And there is any relation between the calligraphy with the design, Professor Fuad?
I don't think so. The design is actually based on the structural A-frame construction. A-frame, triangular.
Yeah.
So it's a triangular truss-like structure.
Okay.
Calligraphy may have some relationship, but no, the structure is an A-frame, which is a very solid triangular truss-like structure.
Okay. Very interesting. Okay, if you don't mind, we're going to go to another picture. This picture showing us the mihrab area.
That's right.
All right. And this is, again, it's from the main entrance. When I walk inside the mosque, I see the prayer area. I see this
yes, the
interior.
Main prayer.
Okay. Interesting. And then there is another close-up picture for the mihrab, which is Okay, this is for the imam when he give the?
Yeah, the sermon. The sermon.
All right. And tell me, Professor Fuad, is this mosque as well? They do Jum'ah pray?
Yes, Jummah prayers. Yes, but not Eid prayers.
Not Eid prayers. Okay.
I will tell you why. Because
Why?
this is a transitory mosque. This does not belong to any neighborhood or any town. It's in a a rest area in the side of the highway. So people pass by, they rest there. They stop their car, buy a couple of things, get fuel, and pray there. So there is no catchment area, so to speak, for this mosque.
I see.
That's why it's Safar.
All right. All right. We're gonna look to another picture. Right up here. Could you explain to us, if I'm not this is take me to the mezzanine, to the upper floor?
This is the ramp that goes up to the mezzanine floor. That's right. Yeah, that's the ramp.
Which is only for the ladies.
Only for the ladies.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I was there was hardly any ladies.
I see. Okay, okay. And if you don't mind, I'm going to go back to the drawing, which is, if we can discuss some of them. Okay, here we have, this is like an elevation for the masjid from outside.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm not mistaken, this is the mihrab, right?
Mihrab, that's right. That's right.
Okay, and right up here we could see some of the mihrab interior, and then bird view perspective, and then we could see the exterior as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's right.
This drawing that's telling us, if I'm not mistaken, this is the highway.
That's the highway.
Yeah, and this is the mihrab right up here.
Right.
And this is the location of the of the mosque. And Professor Fuad, the architect, he designed the mosque and the prayer area, even the services area, such as toilets, if there is an offices.
Well, he designed the mosque, the ablution and the toilets and the minar, but the rest of the place is not designed by him. That's a normal rest area with shopping centers and fuel stations and all that, petrol stations. Only the part you see in the picture, that's the one designed by him, yes.
Okay, so he designed this building and this canopies with the menorah.
And the landscape.
And the landscape with it. I see, right. I see. So is this triangle stand for what? Is it service area or?
No, these are the toilets and the ablution area.
I see. I see. So he designed the toilet area and the main prayer area with the menorah. But Professor Fuad, what I understand lately from what we're seeing from the mosques, there is not much menorah, not much of a dome. No, what's behind? No dome, only menorah.
There is no dome. As a matter of fact, if you go back to the drawing again, go back to the drawing.
Okay.
The elevation.
Okay.
And try to cover with your finger the minar. All right. No, cover it. Just cover it. Yeah. You will not get much of a clue that it's a mosque unless you see the minar.
Exactly. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely. If I hide, yes. Exactly. So that's why he chose the menar to keep it part of the design.
Exactly, and it's a very modern, very dynamic structure. A very dynamic structure.
Yes, I could see that. There's a picture, Professor Fuad, I would like to share it. When I was looking at this picture with that shape of a building, it reminded me a little bit with this landscape. Yani I could read the curve, the lines. Yani it gave me a bit of the surrounding around it.
Surrounding landscape. That's exactly what he told me. He said it reflects the hills of the surroundings and it matches the landscape.
Interesting. And tell me, Professor Fuad, what about the people who's driving, going all the way when they see the mosque, or the neighborhood people who's living there?
Okay. Now
What
you
is the
see,
fee? Mm-hmm.
it's a highway that goes from Bandung to Jakarta, right? So
Okay.
about 56 kilometers out of Bandung, you come to this rest area, which is the rest area is on two sides of the highway, right? And the mosque is on the western side, okay? And the eastern side of the rest area has more lot of shops and restaurants. But if you notice rest areas in Europe or in the States or Europe, then you see sometimes the two rest areas are connected by a bridge, right?
Yes, exactly.
Here it's not. Here it is not connected by a bridge. If it were to be connected, the two rest areas on either side of the highway, more people could use the mosque.
Okay. Okay. So, which is that space with the garden is only I could enjoy it if I'm going to pray in that mosque.
Well, if you go there and you want to get your car filled with petrol, or you want to buy a couple of something in the shops and it's prayer time, then you pray there.
All right. All right. And is the neighborhood like, is it a busy neighborhood? People are living around or just?
Not at all. Not at all. As I said, every mosque is in a neighborhood, right? There's people around and they come
Yeah.
to the mosque. There is no permanent crowd that comes to this mosque. It's only the people who are traveling. So when I talk to the people, I talk to about 7 or 8 people who were in the mosque, and the only ones who regularly use it are the shopkeepers the people who work in the shops and the local policemen. These two guys were the only ones who used the mosque regularly. The other 6 or 7 people were passing by. They had stopped and they said their prayers there. And as a matter of fact, I said, Eid prayers are not held here because there is no catchment area.
I see. I see. I
So
see.
my suggestion would have been to connect the two rest areas on either side of the highway so more people could come in from the other side.
I'm going to show this, what you were saying at the picture, if you don't mind, just to see it, which is, you mean, this is the highway that you do recommend.
That's right.
A bridge just to connect between that area.
There should have been a bridge. There should have been a bridge because the mosque is about 12 meters higher than the highway level. It's 12 meters higher.
I see. I see. I see. And this mosque was built 2013, right?
That is correct.
Oh.
Just behind the mosque, you can't see in the picture, is the offices of a real estate company called, what is it called? I don't remember. Jasa Marga Real Estate. And they sponsored this mosque. They sponsored it. They built it.
Okay. Okay. I see. So I see. So because they have this, this is the building you were telling us about, the company?
Yes, that is right. That's the building. That's where the offices of Jasa Marga properties are.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. Interesting.
You have noticed that it's a distinctly different building.
It is.
It's very distinctly. And if you allow me, I will mention something very interesting about this, which happened when I was there.
Okay.
The Islamic scholars of Indonesia made an accusation to the architect. They said that because of the triangular shapes, he had borrowed the symbol of, the Illuminati. The 18th century Bavarian.
Yes.
Which was anti-Christian or something like that. All right?
Yeah.
So they accused him of that. And as a matter of fact, when I was there, it was in the Jakarta Times. And the architect argued back that there is no reason why a mosque cannot be made out of basic triangular shapes as in the structure. And he showed examples of mosques which are based on triangular geometry. I don't remember what they are, but he gave the argument, and the scholars withdrew.
Okay.
There was an interesting controversy that was going on at that time.
Okay. So Is that mean that this is the first mosque, let's put it this way, which is triangle?
Well, according to the architect, no. He said
Okay.
there is another mosque based on a triangle somewhere in the USA. I'm not sure where.
Okay. Okay.
I'm not sure where.
Okay. Do you think they thought of what you were saying? Is it because we're not used to go to a mosque with that shape?
Well, people don't seem to mind. They're okay with it. They're happy with it. They're fine.
Okay.
They're fine. The people like it.
Interesting. Interesting. طب, Professor Fuad, you were telling us this mosque, it's on a highway.
Yeah.
Not much people are living there. From what I'm seeing, it's a beautiful mosque.
Yes.
The architect, he did an amazing work for it. يعني يعني bravo for a building, a beautiful building like this, to see it only in a highway, you know. It's not in a city or a neighborhood that's full of people, that there's a tourism, let's put it this way.
That's right. That's right. And if you notice, I mean, I think what struck me about the mosque was the structure. The
Okay.
structure is triangles. You see triangles like a
Mm-hmm.
geodesic dome or an A-frame, and the
Mm-hmm.
triangles combine together to form this shape that you see. All
Mm-hmm.
right. So it's a very strong structural statement, also, if you like.
Okay. Okay.
And it is quite apparent from the outside. From the outside, you can understand, but
Okay.
from the inside, you don't feel the structure.
Exactly. From inside, when we looked at the pictures, it's completely different feeling from the
Yeah.
exterior. Okay. What about the AC? What about the ventilation?
There is no. It's not air conditioned building. It's a
Oh,
naturally ventilated building. But they've got some, air conditioned
exactly. I,
things. These
yes. There's two
things
portable
like.
AC. Exactly.
But what happens is the floor is marble. The
Mm-hmm.
floor is marble, which is low emissivity. So, which is why the floor is always cool.
Okay.
And that's why the local policeman, when he's off duty, he goes and sleeps on the floor of the mosque.
Because he needs the cool.
It's very cool. It's very cool.
Okay. Okay. And the marble in the flooring, is it from a local marble or they imported from abroad?
I'm not sure. I'm not
Okay.
sure. I
Okay.
don't think marble occurs naturally in Indonesia. I don't think marble is a local. I don't think marble is a local material.
Okay. And regarding the lighting, uh, tell us about the lighting. How you felt with the lighting?
The lighting is very interesting because you see, if you see the facade, there are bits and pieces of windows which seem to be very random, but they are not actually random. They follow the structural system. So when you go inside, there are bits of lights coming in from all around, and a large amount of light coming from the mihrab. So the mihrab direction is the direction of the light, which I think is very symbolic and very spiritual.
All right. All
You
right.
go
All right.
look at the main light source, and that is the mihrab.
Interesting. And in the evening, at night, is the lighting
Yes,
يعني giving
it's
as
like
well?
it's like this shape and the light coming out from various. It's almost like a jewel, if I may say so.
Nice. Interesting. 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 Well, it's a different mosque. I like it. يعني it's a different school. It reminds me a bit of the school, let's put it this way, of Frank Gehry or Zaha Hadid. You know, they have this type of
Yeah,
lines.
it's more inclined towards Zaha Hadid than Frank Gehry. That used to
Exactly.
Zaha
Exactly.
style, yes.
Yes. Yes. It reminds me a bit of the building we have in Saudi Arabia and Riyadh, next to
Yes.
Princess Noor. I don't know if you have seen
Yes.
it or not.
Yes.
Same school, same structure.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yes. Yes.
And
Tell me.
we talked about Al Irshad Mosque last time we met.
Yes.
By the same architect, and this is also by the same architect, which shows you how different he can be. I mean, how versatile he can be as an architect.
Yes.
He can do different things.
Yes. And that mosque in the Safar, يعني I like the concept when you were telling us that he thought of the highway, the speed, which is
Speed. Right.
yes, it related to it. يعني even when you walk in to do your prayer, you feel that it's fast. I have to finish just to continue. Amazing.
Sometimes if you're traveling by the car, you might think that it will suddenly take off. It might just,
yes,
take off.
Exactly. طب great. Professor Fuad, thank you so much. I really enjoyed it.
I'm sorry for the delay. I'm sorry for my technical illiteracy.
Don't worry. Even here in Saudi, we have يعني load at the net, but it's fine. And again, I have to say, I'm lucky to be with you for the second time. And
thank you so much.
inshallah,
I'm lucky too.
well, inshallah, soon we're gonna get together either in Saudi or to come to you and we visit this.
Maybe out Safar Mosque. You never know.
Inshallah, yes, of course. And million thanks, and we'll keep in touch. And I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good.